Hello YouTube, this is Adam once again with another long-awaited YouTube video. We are going to shine my boots. We're going to clean them. They're filthy. I did it on purpose. They're brand new and they're filthy. We're going to clean the filth off. We're going to shine them up. And I'm going to go through the process of what I do through that process. So we have here the said horrible, nasty looking boots. Look at those things. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've been in the trenches with these things for about a month. Yeah, I have been. And I've not cleaned them on purpose. I wanted them kind of dirty. I wanted them new and dirty so we can clean them and then we can go through the whole process. So what you're going to need for shoe shining or boot shining is some kind of rag that I'm going to use with warm water to rinse off all the nasty stuff, all the muck, all the dirt. Then I'm going to have another rag to use for alcohol. This is nothing but rubbing alcohol, nothing special. Get you some alcohol and I'm going to rub alcohol all over the boot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to strip the boots down with the alcohol to clean off after I wash it, the alcohol will clean off the entire surface. Whatever kind of polish is on the boot is going to be gone. I'm going to strip it down to the bare leather with the polish, with the alcohol, and I'm going to do about 2 or 3 coats of that over the entire boot. As you can see, I do enjoy the all leathers. I know there's just a few of us old timers that still wear the all leather boot. Love them. Young kids like to wear gym shoes. That's so cute. So I'm going to strip the entire boot. I may skip my little snap here. I think I mentioned these are Rockies. This is I think my second pair of Rockies. I like Rockies. What I really like about Rockies the most is this, the toe is really differentiated from the rest of the boot. It's got that little line right here, and I can shine this whole toe up and make it look extra shiny, more shiny than the rest of the boot, and I like that. It's comfortable, it works, the boot's fine. After that, stripping down everything, I'm going to need a new rag. Yeah, this used to be white. This is full of polish, very old, nasty shoe shine rag that I'm going to use to apply the new polish. I use the Kiwi black polish. I'm going to also do 2 or 3 coats of that after I strip it down with the alcohol. And after I apply 1 coat, I'm going to use my brush that I don't have with me at this second, but I'm going to get it, to brush away or brush the coat of polish. And then I'm going to add new polish, brush that off, and then probably a 3rd coat. 2 or 3 coats of alcohol and 2 or 3 coats of the black polish is really what you need. It is kind of cumbersome and it takes a while. If you do it right, it takes a while. After that, I will have a toothbrush to apply the polish to the soles and the crack here between the sole and the leather. There's got to be 1,000,001 ways to polish boots. I've heard some guys using bananas and whatnot. And where's my secret weapon? I have a secret weapon for, what do I do with it? It's here somewhere. I have a secret weapon for making sure that they're shined up really nice in the end. I've heard of banana peels. I've always wanted to try it. I've never tried it. I don't know if you've tried banana peels. Let me know. I want to hear about it. But I have a little secret weapon at the end that I'll show you to make them look really nice and pretty. And I really only use this secret weapon with the toe because I want to make the toe extra shinier than the rest of the boot. Okay? All right. So I think that's it. Let's get into it. looking much better. I can see this is already looking kind of dingy, and that's what's going to happen. The boots are going to look a little dingy, and that's okay. It's supposed to look dingy because you're stripping off whatever polish is on there. Get you another dab of alcohol. Keep going. You can see it's working. Black stuff on the rag. Now I think I'm going to stop at one coat of alcohol. Maybe it doesn't need more than one, but as you can see, it looks pretty dingy. The more you rub off that old polish, the better it'll be. But I don't know. I like the way it looks with one coat. Yep, and I'll tell you what, if you are, if your fingers from polishing aren't hurting, you're doing it the wrong way. Yeah. Okay, next step. Okay, so one thing you want to be sure of is your boot is dried off on the leather, that the alcohol is dried up. I mean, you know you did it right when the boot looks bad. This looks nasty. It doesn't look dirty like it was in the beginning, but it is not shiny at all. It's very dull. So you know you stripped it off good when it's nice and dull. Okay, so now I'm going to whip out the kiwi, of which I need some more of. And I sent the wife on the errand to get some of that. So, get some of the kiwi on your rag here. You can start with a new rag. You can use your old one. Whatever you want to do. But this is where the little small circles really come into play really well. So all you're doing is you're applying your fresh, new black polish onto the boot, the stripped boot. I'm going to spend a little extra time on the toe because that's the part I want to be shinier than the rest of the boot. So I'm just going to put another little coat there before I even strip it off. I'm not going to strip it off before I brush it off, because that's my next step after this. After I apply my black polish, to the entire boot. Then I'm going to use my brush to brush it away and brush it in, and it's gonna start to shine a little bit with the brush, but that's not the secret weapon. I'm going to do this toe here too right now. I kind of want the polish to sit on the toe for a little bit, actually on the whole boot, but especially on the toe. I kind of want to let the polish sit there for a little bit to soak in. So that's why I'm doing the toes first. And the toes will be the last thing that I use with the brush, that I brush off. Because I want that polish really good in that toe. Because it's going to shine like you are in the military. Yeah. Or it's going to shine like you are on the finest police department in the nation. DPD, baby. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to do the rest of the boot. I love and I miss my old DPD family. I'm in contact with a lot of them on Facebook. Man, I tell you what, talk about the real deal police department. Yeah, baby. Love me some Detroit police. Alright, so don't rush through this as much as you want to, as much as I want to. Don't rush through it. If you want to rush through anything, rush through the alcohol. But make sure you get everywhere with the alcohol. But I'm being kind of meticulous with this boot. The toe. Then I've got this part here that's sewn in, and so I've got this part here. It's all kind of one piece right here. So I'm making sure I get all that. And in the cracks between the leather and the sole. And then I'm gonna put some new polish on my rag, and I'm going to go to a different spot. Maybe up here. So I'm going to let them sit for a little while, 30 minutes, whatever, and let the leather kind of soak in the polish. Plus, I'm waiting on my wife to bring me the brush because I left my brush at work, so she's bringing me one from the store, and then I will brush it up and continue the video. Okay, so next step is we have our brush. We are going to begin to use the brush on the boots. And we're going to do it like such. Just like that. You can do that all over the whole boot. It's not a brush like you're going to do like that. All over the whole boot. And in the crease here of the leather and the sole, I'm going to go in the same line that is and try to get in that crack there. As you can see, I'm skipping the toe because I want to do that last. And the boot is actually looking pretty good right now. Ooh, yeah, look at that. course, it is a new boot, but that doesn't really seem to matter when you're shining boots. I can make old boots look really shiny and pretty. Doesn't matter that these are new. So everywhere that I put polish, I'm going to buff it with this brush. Man, that boot is looking pretty doggone good already. Woo. Man. And then I have my secret weapon yet for the toe. Yeah. I'm going to do the toe. It's looking good already. The tip of the toe is always the most challenging for me. You can see it shining there already. Woo-wee. Alright, so I think I've done the whole boot. I have not touched the sole yet. But I think so far, man, they're looking pretty good. Hope that's coming through in the light. Yeah. Alright. On to the other boot. So these are looking so good. I think I'm just going to give it one more coat, and then I think I'm going to call it good, and then do my secret weapon. Alright, one more coat of polish. Here we go. Second coat of polish. Here we go. Go first. That's it. Second coat of polish. Now make sure that when you put the polish on that you are very liberal. Well, maybe not very, but don't be shy about it. That polish will fade away into that boot fairly quickly. You'll get a feel for it when you're polishing the boots, and next thing you know, the polish is thinner and thinner. It's going on the boot thinner and thinner. You know you need to get some more polish. Alright, so I'm just going to let this sit for just a few minutes, not long, 5 minutes, whatever, 10 minutes. And I'm going to buff them up, and I'm going to go to my secret weapon. One minor detail. The toothbrush and the polish. Let's get these soles done. So all I really do is take the brush, add a little polish to it. This is how I do it. I'm sure other people have other chemicals they use for this process, but this is the way Adam does it. And I just gently apply it to the soles. And in the crack. After time, in the crease here, or the crack, it will get dusty, and so this is the only way that I've really found to get rid of that, is using a toothbrush and putting it in the crack. Alright, I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to make sure that I get all around it. You know, it's amazing how fast your boots can get dirty and how fast the shine will fade. You just have to stay on top of it. The good thing is after you do this for the first time, then really touching it up every now and then is a lot easier than this. You still want to go through the process of at least polishing the boot, the entire boot once every, I don't know, 2 months, or depends on where you work and how hard you work. But I can get away with polishing the boot every couple of months, 3 months maybe. But in between that, I will I use the brush as often as I can. You should use you try to use it every day just to brush off whatever's on the boot for that day. A little dust or whatever it is. And definitely the toe, you want to brush the toe off. And if you have a secret weapon like mine, you can put that on the toe every day or every few days. Keep it nice and pretty. That's the way it was in Detroit where I worked at Tactical Services section. You better come to roll call every day with your boots shined and your uniform tight, or bad things were going to happen. So you had to represent the D, and that's just the bottom line. You guys don't know, I did 11 years with Detroit and took an early retirement in 2008. So when I get a little older, I get me a little pension from the D. One thing I'll never lose are all the good times, all the training. Oh man, all the training and whew, all the things I've done there are just amazing. It's quite a blessing to leave there with all that experience and working there with all those people with all that experience, and it's absolutely incredible. So right here in the crack, I know you guys are back there laughing about me brushing my crack. That's all right. Okay, so I think we've got all the sole here. I will not touch the sole again. That is it. I'll touch it with the brush. Not really putting a lot of emphasis on brushing the sole, but when I brush the boot, the soles will get brushed as well. It just happens inadvertently that way, and that's good. All right. Now on to the brushing part again. Buffing them up. Get my hand in the boot, secure it, and get the buffing. So that is about as shiny as I will get the boot. Okay. Doesn't look bad. I've seen better. I'm not the best shoe polisher in the world. I've seen better. Now the question is, when I say I've seen better, who did them? Did they go to the shoe shine place or did they do it themselves? But the boot, the whole boot, is shiny enough for me. The toe is not quite as shiny as I want to get it, but my secret weapon is coming up. So now for the secret weapon. It is merely stockings. Just a piece of stocking. Small piece like that is all you need. What's that, like 5 inches maybe? Something like that. and it stretches, and you're gonna need that stretch. But yeah, so just go get some stockings from your woman. Gentlemen, if you have your own, you're probably watching the wrong YouTube video. Anyway, let's see it work. Okay, secret weapon, here we go. Doesn't take long, but it makes it look kind of like a sheet of glass. Theoretically, you could do the entire boot, but I like the tip to be shinier, so I might do a little bit of that briefly right before the tip. But that's the secret weapon. I hope you guys can see it as well as I can. It's a pretty decent shine. Like I said, I've seen better, but hey, this is just what little Adam can do. Alright, so we're going to do the other one. And there we have it. That wraps up the boot shining YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.